Rebecca English defines crowdfunding as ventures that are funded by voluntary donations via an open call to anybody to donate. A project is developed, a funding goal and deadline to meet that goal is set, and then the project is open so that interested parties can pledge money. Crowdfunding has touched many aspects of today's global society. Today we will discuss how crowdfunding has affected civic causes, entrepreneurial startups and politics. Steve Hilton left David Cameron's staff and moved to California in 2012. He founded tech startup CrowdPack to give the American voters tools and information to help build a better democracy. And last year they took the site to the UK. Hilton says in his Guardian article last April, the principal barrier to a more open and diverse politics in the UK is money, hence this is where the corruption comes in. Thankfully, it plays a far lesser role in Britain than in America. But even in the UK, you need cash to stand for office. Who can afford to do that? Only the centralised party organisations. And where do they get their money? The same old sectorial interests, the financial industry on the right and the unions on the left. Hilton argues if we are ever going to see the kind of modern, responsive and open-minded politics that people are crying out for, we have to break the grip of the party machines and get more independent and independent-minded candidates elected to office at every level of government. And that is what they hope to change with CrowdPack. Ultimately, they will be introducing crowdfunding tools designed for political action to empower people to fund the change they want to see rather than just taking what they're given by the political establishment. The barriers to political participation must be removed and the stranglehold of the big party machines broken so that the power can be taken out of the hands of the insiders, the moneyed interests and the Westminster power brokers and put where it belongs, in the hands of the people. In their article, Stiver et al. Discuss civic crowdfunding research, challenges, opportunities and future agenda. Crowdfunding was first documented as a term in 2006 with its popularisation beginning in 2008 with the establishment of global reward-based crowdfunding leaders Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Online civic crowdfunding platforms were established soon after with IOBE in 2009, Spacehive in 2011 and Citizen Investor in 2012. As a digital-based process, civic crowdfunding is shaped by online philanthropy and the use of the internet by non-profit organisations. Social media is an important tool for relationship building and funding. It is a differentiator between civic crowdfunding and traditional models of philanthropy. The perceived social dynamics of civic crowdfunding are consistent with the role of online social networks and their power to connect. The concept of technology-mediated interaction as a driver for digital democracy and e-participation highlights the potential for civic crowdfunding, and virtual communities of practice prompt action through internet process. The growth of online civic crowdfunding can be credited to three principal factors. Firstly, the increased popularity of the internet and social media and the accessibility of and the confidence in online payment methods such as Amazon, PayPal and WePay has broadened options for fundraising. Second, civic crowdfunding responds to ongoing funding cuts and tightening of government budgets. Third, there has been a shift in individuals' needs, wants and expectations of government, such as impact and accountability. Discusses democracy, start-up company investing and the Crowdfund Act initiated in 2012. Crowdfunding aligns with the internet phenomena of social networking and viral marketing in that it functions most effectively when people are connected through a common interest. Similar to successful candidates in a democratic election, crowdfunding's dexterity is acquired from large numbers of equal followers, not from small groups of influential or wealthy contributors. It is democratic insofar as any idea that captures crowd attention can attract substantial amounts of money from numerous people, usually in low-dollar contributions. similar to how politicians achieve success in a democracy by winning the support of many voters who each cast a single vote. In principle, the Crowdfund Act ambitiously unites in a challenging union crowdfunding's popular democratic character with the capitalist haven of entrepreneurial startup companies. Though the American principles of democracy and capitalism are often intertwined, theoretically the two concepts can be opposed. Democracy celebrates individual equality with its one person, one vote philosophy, while capitalism accepts economic inequality under its $1, one vote principle. Democracy seeks equal rights, political stability and balance, whereas capitalism rewards innovation and successful economic risk-taking, often leading to unequal distributions of wealth and unpredictable market swings. For example, prior to the Crowdfund Act, one crowdfunding campaign netted pledges from over 5 million people to invest a total of $200 million to purchase a brewing company. However, the SEC required the campaign to close before completing the deal because the campaign failed to comply with securities laws. The Crowdfund Act will allow startup companies and small businesses to raise up to $1 million on a 12-month rolling basis through online campaigns. Each year, crowdfunding companies must disclose to investors and the SEC their financial statements. The Crowdfund Act's ongoing disclosure requirements breaks new ground in regulating the relationship between investors and managers of small companies due to the large number of investors that require disclosure. Internet crowdfunding was developed as a grassroots democratic movement for activities like non-profit fundraising, financing creative ideas, and peer-to-peer lending. However, as the Crowdfund Act legalizes crowdfunding investment in startup companies, crowdfunding's democratic ethos intrudes on capitalism's domain of startup company investing.